I can't believe that it's already time for RealmAthon. I swear time doesn't exist. I swear this came way too quickly, but I'm so dang excited. If you don't know what RealmAthon is, I host a month-long readathon. This year it's happening in March that is competitive, team-based. There's 4 realms who are going to school at Judicium Academy. You're gonna pick your realm of magic, and then you are going to battle in a house war against all the other realms to be top of the leaderboard. You'll be reading books and either doing negative points that take away points from other teams or positive points which add to your own team. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll leave the announcement video linked down below for anyone who wants more information. It's not too late to sign up. I have 8 lovely co-hosts. This year you do get bonus points for your cover color, so you're definitely going to see some color themes happening. I'm going to spend a week in every realm like I do every single year, and that's pretty much all I'm going off of is the cover colors this year. I do have some book club reads that I do need to get done in March, but I will talk about all of those at the end if they do not make it onto my TBR. And if you don't know, I play a game called Snakes and TBR Stacks to pick my TBR. I'm gonna do 6 rolls. If I land on a ladder, it's kind of like a reward prompt and I move up, but if I land on a snake, I have to add another roll and pick another book for my TBR. I think that's all I need to say, so let's get right on into the rolls. Last time we ended on multi-POV, so we start there and we're gonna do roll 1. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll 1 landed me on backlist, which is so easy for me considering my book club is called Backlist Book Club. I just have to pick a backlist title for this, and for this I'm gonna go with the book club pick, which is The Girl in the Mountain. This is the second book in the Book of the Ice series, which is also set inside the same world as the Book of the Ancestor series by Mark Lawrence. The live show for this will be the 3rd weekend in March, so I do need to get it on here. I do need to read it, but it does have a blue cover, so we'll be reading it for the blue team, but there is no animal on the cover for those bonus points. This follows our main character Yaz, who lives out on the ice, and on the ice on a certain birthday you get tested to see if you are deemed worthy. If you are not, you are then pushed into the pit of the missing, and that's all there is to it, except for Yaz's brother gets pushed in, and Yaz doesn't like that, so she jumps in right after him and we discover what's really under the ice. Mark Lawrence is my favorite author, so I'm very excited for us to read book 2. I have read this one, it will be a reread, but I'm very, very excited for everyone's thoughts as a whole on it. Roll 2. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we go zoom all the way down. We've already hit a snake. I just had a feeling this was not going to be my month, and I still have that feeling. At least it was the and of a or prompt, which is probably the easiest prompt on the board to complete. For this, the title just has to have one of those words in it, and I'm gonna go with The Mask of Mirrors by M.A. Carrick. This is a chunker, so I could be doing myself dirty, but I really have wanted to get to this series and try this series, and the library hold for the audio literally just came in today, so I feel like it's calling to me. Fortune favors the bold, magic favors the liars. I love that tagline. I believe this follows a character named Ren, who is a con artist who tricks her way into the noble court in order to gain enough money for her and her sister. But when she does that, also a nightmare starts to haunt the nobles, and she is right at the center of it, and we're gonna have to figure out some politics and some scheming with her. I don't know a lot about this one besides that a lot of my friends love it and a lot of my friends don't like it, so I'm curious which side I fit on, and I'm really excited to give it a try. I will be reading it for the Realm of Shadows, and it will get me extra 10 for black cover, but it does not have a building on the cover. Roll 3. 3. 1, 2, 3, binge. Okay, so the prompt binge was created in order for me to binge series last year because that was one of my goals. This isn't really a goal of mine this year, so I have decided to change the prompt for this year going on. It's going to be just a bingeable book, a popcorn book, something really quick and easy to read, because I think that is more of a goal for me. This year I really want to focus on books that are going to make me have a really good time, and I feel like bingeable books just tend to really do that. For this one, I'm picking up The Missing by Kirsten Maudlin. This is a book I plan to read in the 48-hour readathon RealmAthon that happens within the month of March for RealmAthon, where every book you finish gets an extra 10 to your team. I just think that this will be a lot of fun to read in one sitting. It's a thriller following a group of 5 people who end up on an island together and they're not sure who to trust, and someone is definitely lying and things are starting to happen on the island. I'm very intrigued by this one, and Lexi from Books with Lexi had it in a recent recommendation video for Popcorn Reads. I feel like it fits this prompt very well. Roll 4. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Indie. And we go down. Another snake. It's all good. Everything's okay. This one is indie, and so I just have to pick up an indie book for this one, which is not hard at all. And I do have another book club book that I'm going to pick up. For Indie Archive, which is my Patreon book club that I run with Mel from Melanor Reads, we are reading The Bloodstones by Tori Tekin. Tori is a fellow booktuber, and I will link her channel down below. I'm really excited to dive into her first debut epic fantasy. I have read the first chapter of this, and I thought the writing was so strong, and I'm really intrigued by what's going to go down. I think that in this we're following characters who witness the death of a traitor, and essentially in this world, when a traitor dies, that's it, their name is to never be spoken again, and our characters have a little bit problem dealing with that, and they find themselves in the middle of a lot of politics and issues. I mean, who doesn't find themselves in issues in a fantasy book? But there's also a female talked about in the back of this book. They kill for their honor of their people. An alliance of the Foreign Queen offers the power to unite the tribes, but at what cost? His name is not worthy. Someday history will remember them as legends. Honestly, the first chapter of this was really, really good. I'm very, very excited about this. I will be reading this for Team Blood. This is 50% red in my opinion, and I make the rules. So I will get 10 points for it being red, as well as a extra 10 points for a person on the cover. Roll 5. That's a 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Seasonal. I need to pick a seasonal read for this, and at the time of filming this, it is snowing so much outside. We got like 20 centimeters of snow and are expecting another 10 centimeters overnight. So that's a lot of snow, even for me. I feel like I have to pick a very wintry, snowy read. I'm gonna go with another book that I'm really looking forward to, especially after this past weekend. I'm gonna go with Slaying the Frost King. This is set in the Mortal Enemies to Monster Lovers series. I have read these 3 already, and I have enjoyed all of them. I gave this one 3 stars, this one 4 stars, and this one 5 stars, and I'm hoping Slaying the Frost King continues with my loving the vibe of these. These are all standalones, and they're set in different worlds and everything. It just was a way to introduce us to a lot of authors, and I'm really loving the way that that was planned out, because I've heard and tried authors I probably wouldn't have tried without it. But they all have similar themes, similar ideas, mortal enemies to monster lovers, and I just really, really vibe with them. I don't know a lot about this one. He is the Frost King. I believe he takes her prisoner, and that's pretty much all I know. But like, after the high of giving this one 5 stars, I'm ready to continue on in the series of these. I think I will also be reading Slaying the Frost King during the 48-hour readathon as well, just because they're really quick and bingeable, this series, and it does have a blue cover. So if I read it for the Realm of Creation, that will work. So does The Missing. I think I forgot to mention that I'll be reading that, and that'll get me 10 points for the Realm of Creation. Roll 6. 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A TBR vet. Oh, the dreaded TBR vet. I hate this prompt because it makes me read things that I've been pushing off reading. However, couldn't have come at a more perfect time, because I knew I needed to prioritize a few audiobooks during this month because of how much reading I want to get done. And so I'm picking up Blood of Dragons by Robin Hobb. This is the 4th book in the Rainwild Chronicles. I've been sitting on this series for so long, I truly just need to finish it. I actually am of the unpopular opinion that I enjoyed the Rainwild Chronicles. However, I didn't love it like the rest either, which is why it's taken me so long to read them. Once I get this done, I only have the last series left, and so it will be really exciting to finally be done the Realm of the Elderlings. And I'm excited. The Rainwild Chronicles is the 4th series in the Realm of the Elderlings, so I cannot tell you what it's about, but if you have not read this series, please do. It's absolutely incredible. And I will be reading this for the Realm of Time. It is a white cover. Why do I always have things on the cover that I don't need? There's no item on the cover though. Roll 7. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next up we landed on Binge again, and again just a book that I think will be really easy to binge. I'll be really excited to read. Just a popcorn read for me, something that's super easy, not a lot of brain power. For this one I'm going with The King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett St. Clair. This is another fantasy romance. This is an Polycon author, so I'm really excited to get to it before April and I have to go to a Polycon. I know there's a decent amount of smut in this, so I think that'll help it read really quickly. This is a lot of buzzwords for me though. It's vampires. I do love vampires. I think it is an arranged marriage trope and I really like that. We're following our main character who considers her wedding day to be her death day, and she tries to kill the king because she does not want to marry him. But the king catches her, threatens her, and says if he catches her doing it again, he will turn her into a vampire, and she hates the very idea of vampires. He is of course a vampire. I'm excited to see how this goes. I'm truly excited. I've heard a lot of love for this series, and I'll be reading it for The Realm of Blood, and it is a red cover, but there is no person on the cover. And hopefully our last roll, roll 8. 10. The big numbers are so scary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Indie. Of course I landed on another snake, so fine. But we did get Indie again, which is an easy prompt, and for this one I'm going for Blood and Steel by Helen Schuer. I will be reading this for The Realm of Shadows. Black cover, but no building on the cover. They really sucked at these secondary prompts. After loving this book, I couldn't not put this on my TBR. This is set in the same world as this. We even see our main character of this in this, and I just am ready to scream, cry, throw up, gag, squeal, every little type of yelling emotion happening within this because it's going to be amazing. I'm pretty sure in this we're following our main character Althea, who wants to be a war sword, which is like an elite type of warrior in this world. However, females aren't allowed to hold a sword in this world. They're not allowed to battle. She doesn't care. She's been training all her life. She makes her way into the training and she has to prove herself in there. But of course she has to do that well. She also deals with Wilder Hawthorne and her growing affection for him. And I love Wilder already from the standalone prequel book, so I cannot wait to read this. I also believe I would count this as a school setting, which gets you an extra 10 in RealmAthon because it is training. I would count that. Truthfully, hopefully, our last roll. Roll 9. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Illustrated spine. Thankfully, that is our last roll, and we ended on illustrated spine. For this one, I will be picking up The Darkness Before Them by Matthew Ward. This is an epic fantasy that I've been really excited to get to. I have previously loved Matthew Ward. I haven't finished that series, don't at me about it, but we're going to start a new one by him and hopefully just keep up with this one as they come out. It has a little drawing right here on the spine. That's all I need to count it as an illustrated spine. I will be reading this for The Realm of Time. It is a white cover and there is a statue on it, so I'm gonna call that an object, but he's also holding a sword if we needed to get more particular with our objects. There's something about a mist devouring the land and the king really not caring, and we're following a main character who is a thief, which should be hard because there are spirits that like protect the jewels and stuff in this world. However, she has a special gift that she can talk and command those spirits, but I have a feeling she's gonna get caught or something and she's gonna have to pick a side in like a war that's happening, and I'm really just interested to see what goes down in this. What I loved about Legacy of Ash by him was like the politics and everything at play in the wider world. And I'm thinking he will do that just as good in this, so I'm very, very excited. And there's my TBR minus the 2 books that I do not own physically. I definitely have a lot of plans to read more than this, which is Delulu, but I'm here for it. And yeah, I would love to know what team you're joining, what realm you will be repping this month. If you haven't yet signed up, please make sure you do. It is very, very important. I will leave the announcement video right here for anyone to watch. We do still have merch on sale. There are sweaters on sale as well as a few bookmarks still. They are really stunning. They will be linked in the description bar below. And if you just want to leave me an emoji just to say you were here, leave me an emoji to rep your realm.